This special edition of 2020 continues from Amsterdam with Chris Cuomo.
It all began this way. Two teenagers on a beach. Investigators tried to link one of them, then 17-year-old Joran Vandersloot, to the disappearance and probably death of the other, 18-year-old Natalie Holloway. But all their attempts were unsuccessful until now. Enter a car rigged with hidden cameras and a man Vandersloot thought was a friend. For 2.5 years, Joran Vandersloot has publicly maintained he had nothing to do with the disappearance of 18-year-old Natalie Holloway. Until now. As Dutch TV reporter Peter de Vries monitors his elaborate hidden camera operation, he can hardly believe his ears when he hears Joran say for the first time that someone previously unknown may have helped him get rid of the body.
Well, okay, so we were on the beach over there. Suddenly, she wasn't moving anymore.
Man.
So I went and called the guy. I walked over to the payphone. And I called him. I told him, well, this is what's happened. Please come help me. Please don't call the police. And he says, no, I won't call the police. I'm coming to you now. And he came here.
Suspicion has always rested on two brothers, Deepak and Satish, as Joran's accomplices. In the tapes, from what you've learned, did Deepak or Satish Kalpo have anything to do with what Joran Vandersloot says happened that night?
No, I'm convinced they had nothing to do what happened on the beach.
But now a new person is revealed, an unknown man who Joran refuses to name.
His name. I'll take his name to the grave with me. Because I just know that I can't do that to him. That's my obligation because of what he did for me.
Of course.
Joran says this mystery man came to the beach to dispose of Natalie Holloway's body. He picks up the phone, he calls a friend, the friend comes, and then what happens?
Now the friend comes, and so he says, what happened? And Joran said, well, I don't know. Well, you're in big trouble, Joran. And then they discussed what to do, and, well, they decided to get rid of the body.
How did you know she was dead, Joran?
I just know it.
How did you see that? Did you check her pulse or something? Did it happen at once then?
I touched her, but there was nothing anymore. It was done.
Did you try to resuscitate her?
I tried everything.
He knows he can't call an ambulance. Because if you're a normal person, he would have called an ambulance.
But he didn't want to do that.
He couldn't. He must. He couldn't.
Why?
There must have been something else that happened to her that he just wanted to dispose of her.
With no second thoughts in this description, he just, hey, this girl's dead, I have to get rid of the body, like some kind of gangster from the 20s or something like that.
It was just a problem he had to face with at that moment. And when he got rid of the body, well, the problem was solved in his eyes, and then he had to go home.
Joran says he went home in order to have an alibi, leaving his friend, whom he says is about 25 and owns his own boat, to take the body out to sea.
How far did you think he took her? This guy must have done a really good job. This guy really knows what he's doing. Did he weigh her down to make her sink?
No, I don't think so.
You don't even know that?
No.
Did he ever tell you how he did it?
Of course he did.
How did he do it then?
He just went out into the sea further and he just dumped her.
He just threw her overboard just like that? You've been really lucky, you know. No, then you've really been lucky.
That's what I say. I've been very lucky.
Really lucky that he has been so stupid to do this, you know. Then you have a giant angel hanging over your head.
I was even able to sleep that night. I just went home and went to bed.
He tells you in the tape, I went to sleep that night. I never worried about it.
Unbelievable. How can you sleep? I did this thing. I had a lot of days I couldn't even sleep.
Were you afraid of him at all? That you're sitting next to a guy who's this cold-blooded about what he says he did? Could be a dangerous person.
Sometimes you have duties in life, sir.
Duty?
A duty. This one was mine.
After hours and hours of Joran saying he'll never reveal the name of the friend who dumped Natalie's body, Joran gives it to Patrick in what he thinks is confidence.
What's his name?
Douwe.
Douwe who? Dutch guy?
Half Dutch, half Aruban.
Aren't you afraid that the guy is going to talk at some point?
Of course I'm afraid of that. But I have something on that guy, Patrick. I got something on him too. And he knows it very well.
Relax, Joran. You've got it off your chest. You'll be all right, man. I'm putting it away, and for me it's finished. Case closed. We won't talk about it anymore. Yeah, that's good, man. Right? I'm glad the thing is over for you.
I'm glad about it too. I'm being honest with you, Patrick. The two people I most trust in this, more than anyone, are that person and you.
Do you have any feeling of betrayal, that you betrayed him?
No, you betrayed my country and you betrayed the whole world, Joran. This is your punishment.
Patrick now feels he has Joran in the palm of his hand, but there remains one nagging, critical question. Exactly how did Natalie Holloway die? When we come back.